Well, it's 8 a.m. A bit cool this morning. It was like about 16 degrees. Got my rain jacket on, and in the back I have my poncho. And also today I have my hiking sticks because around about the 7 to 10 kilometre mark, apparently we've got a big 500 metre climb which goes on for about a mile or two. Yeah, a bit apprehensive about today. Not looking forward to the climb because that's my weakest point. And it's 30 kilometres. In fact, I've got something like 30 today, 27 for the next 2 days, and then a 28. So I think it's going to be about 5 days before I get another short day. It is predicted to rain a lot today. Surprised it's not raining already, but apparently from about 11 o'clock onwards there's like 80% chance, 90% chance of rain. So that's why I got the poncho. Funnily enough, taking the sticks out of my bag gave me so much more room to put everything in. I didn't realise how much room the sticks are actually taking up. And they do weigh a bit, but yeah. So I won't be stopping and taking too many photos today. I think the scenery is going to be more of the same, country roads. So yeah, I've taken all those photos now. Yeah, and I'm not going to get the video out and tell you how hot and sweaty I am or how tired I am, because you can take that as given on a 30 kilometre day. Maybe I'll tell you that at the end of the day. Maybe I'll have a good day. I met up with David and Judy, the American couple, last night. It rained while we were having a drink, so instead of moving on, we all sat there for a while. But I did actually have an early night in the end. I had a good night's sleep. So I'm fit for today, ready for it, but just a little bit apprehensive. I haven't done 30k for a couple of days now, so we'll see. Yellow arrow on that dustbin. So while I'm walking down this little bit, I've just left Villaviciosa and I'm now out into the countryside. I just thought I'd talk to you about finding the alternative route when you don't particularly want to. It's a bit of a case of all roads lead to Rome. So there's many different ways that you can get from A to B, and some of the alternative routes are old routes that they've decided, the more modern route is the better option for whatever reason, whether that's the trail was broken up, or there's too much traffic, or feedback from walkers, I don't know. But they don't take the arrows away, and they don't take the old trail away. So sometimes you actually look at the route for the day and you think, I will take the alternative route because it's not just going to be walking alongside the main road, it'll be prettier, it'll be a bit of variety. And then other days you'll look at the alternative route and you'll think, well, that's just going to add 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 kilometres to my day, and there's nothing in particular up there that I want to see. And we're not walking on the side of the road on the main route, so stick to the main route. But when you're actually at the point of making the decision, sometimes you don't always see the arrows, or you see the arrow for the alternative route and think, okay, that's the way we're going, and off you go. And you don't realise that probably 20 paces on, let's look here, I'm looking at this, around the corner is the arrow for the main route. Asturias, actually, look, I'll show you this. See, there's quite a lot of signs everywhere in all sorts of different directions for all sorts of different things. But Asturias in general is really good for waymarking. Here's something interesting. Here they have, I've seen it quite a lot. Here they have bread deliveries. So they hang their little bag outside, and a van must come along and drop in their baguette or two. These buildings are typical in Asturias. They're grain stores. Oops. camera wobbling around. Yeah, they're grain stores of old, and now people use them for all sorts. But they're typical of Asturias. When you get into Galicia, they have grain stores, but in a different shape. Well, here I am, 2:30, 6 hours since I set off, and I've arrived in Gijón. Yeah, it's a typical Saturday afternoon for people here. I mean, brings me back to reality where I've been not knowing what day it is. On the walk today, I passed by a couple of weddings, and then entering Gijón, I walked past hordes of football supporters. Mononin, I think was the name of the team. They're here, and now I'm walking along the front. Nobody on the beach. We have had quite a bit of rain, but it's still very mild. I'm glad to have arrived.